Good evening, Free Enterprise fans, and welcome to our Money Night Community Race featuring Divine Comedy. We'll be heading down into the Inferno and then traveling up to Paradise with our runners Rybon, JBruntTR, and Cubsrule21. I am Adventure Dave. Joining me is our restreamer Oscar424, our tracker Fiery Blizzard, and my co-commentator Dathis. How are you doing tonight?
I'm having a lovely evening, just sitting here, vibing with one of my favorite commentators here, Dave. As we are doing the Divine Comedy, it is a redux of last week's flags. I in fact ran this, and there are some places where you could find some shenanigan bosses, and I am 100% here for it, though.
Oh yeah, I ran this one last Monday. It was good times.
Was it?
It depends on your definition of fun, really.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. There are some places where you're kind of like, yeah, this is a good place to go, or these are some fun bosses to fight. But with our starting Cecil again, seeing who goes with him is going to be the big part, because we are going to have no dupes, and he is in fact our hero, so his agility matters more than anything else.
That is correct. Also, I'm getting a chuckle of Rybon's name right now. I think Rybon's trying to hint something. I'm not sure what.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's this one great musical number that happens out there. Something about, it looks like the first two words are talking about it. I think it's something about the bus that couldn't go slow.
Ah.
But yeah,
Poison Stairs they made a movie out of it.
Meme within, that is a good movie. But no, Poison Stairs is just a really good meme within our community. We do have the racers about to go off, so we're about to see what our starting key item is and who is going to be joining this starting Cecil. Because that's always the fun part there, is how fast are you finding team Let's Go to Ordeals, or do you have team Where's My Power?
Personally, I'm more a fan of second team.
Well, there's a team needs something fun. And you know what? An Earth Crystal? Well, we're going looting, people.
I fully expect to see all three runners head directly to the treasury.
Do not pass go. Collect all those chests for a whole bunch of a whole bunch of items.
It is Wildish, correct?
It is max tier 6, so that is going to be a great infusion of items. You're kind of really looking for, not quite Artemis, but you're looking for maybe Samurai or something along those lines. So you're kind of looking for just the best items you can get from that spot. And yeah, as you see, no, people, you are not watching your screens be duplicated. These are, every runner is going to do one of our favorite memes that was created by somebody on this broadcast. I don't know whom, but
Great Vast Treasury!
In Lithry. Stardust Rod, nice. White Spear.
Warfax, Samurai Bow, there we go.
Artie Bow.
Artemis Bow, and 2 Dwarfaxes. You know what? For this team, that is a solid 8 out of 8, or 8 out of 10.
I would have liked some arrows to go with that, Artie Bow.
That's the only reason why it's an 8. If we get arrows here, then that treasure is a 10. Mute Dagger.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind, while I'm here, just bopping down to the weapon shop and seeing if I can find any sort of arrows to use that Artie Bow.
Yeah, you had enough money that you could just sell, like you could sell the Ninja Star, and that'll get you some money for some arrows. Like even 10 arrows is gonna be enough. But yeah, this Sid is gonna be doing a bit of work. Like Dwarfax, not bad. He's got some other items that'll make things great. And yeah, this is look, when you misspeak once, no one lets you forget.
And Rybon and JBrunt are apparently of the same mind here. We want to find some arrows to use.
Saw some darkness arrows, I believe, there. So yeah, that's fantastic. And we have a
Charm
Demas.
arrows.
So,
There we go. RD Charm, let's go.
Yeah, there's nothing that kind of stands in your way at that point. And yeah, with Demist up here on Hobbs with our Vanilla Yang, yeah, we've got. What do you need to fight with? Let's get some things going.
And
Yeah,
I see Draven buying some vampires. I like that play.
They can really input or output the damage that you're going to need with this group here, especially with like no exits or anything like that, so you can't really loot Watery Pass all that much. So you're kind of locked with what you have here. But yeah, these Samurai Artie is going to just let Rybon and wow, Brun even just saying, no, we're just going to go right up Ordeals. That's a bold play that I'm here for.
With this offense Sid's got and the Dragoon armor, yeah, Sid could just. That's 63 defense in the back row. Sid fears no man.
Question in chat: did anyone do Bedward? Bedward is not on. This Demist here is where our key item is hiding. So we need to go and fight this so we can find out what that key item is. Yeah, look at that. 600 damage from that Sid at this area. Ooh, that's some good numbers we're putting out.
That explains why our runners took the Demas. It's less about take the Kane or the Yang. It's less about getting the Yang and more about the key item check.
Oh, absolutely. Our tracker pointing out there's a charm rod behind Demas. Looks like this seed's setting up to be very charming. Hey, that mute dagger would be really good if we had somebody that could use it.
Yeah. Let's get all these knife. Oh.
Hello, Wyvern. You're in the best spot that you could be.
Not for Cubs.
Heck you in particular, Sid.
So, Wyvern heard Sid was talking a little trash about his offense.
That is fantastic. Like you can't make that up. That's great. And Rybon just kind of just shoots a charm arrow and says, "Nah, I'm sorry, man. Get out of here." Oh, whew. And look at this. And we have a twin harp here. This is like peak Asuka shenanigans right here, and I'm 100% for it.
And we see Jabron plinking away at this Asura, getting through it. Saw some vampires go off for 600 damage as well, speeding the fight up.
Yeah, because right now Dark Knight Cecil is he's literally just here, man. He just works here. He's like, can I become a paladin?
Oh,
look, our second dose of vanilla too. Please, Asuka, please.
This Mylon Z is about to have a Monday.
Oh, he's about to have a real bad Monday.
You want to see Sid do 2,000 damage?
I do, but he only did 1,700, so.
Okay. I was expecting slightly more out of you, Sid. You let me down.
Yeah, come on, Sid, buddy. Like, please.
And continuing the trend of Dathis' favorite new number of 8 with the twin harp, do you know how many notes are in an octave? 8.
Are there 8?
Bye, everyone!
I just work here.
All of us are in that boat.
And yeah, since this is win game, that crystal is extremely dead key item. It's great for your double XP, but it's about all it's good for right now.
And continuing the theme of Know Your Restreamer, here's Edward. Now, Rybon has no time for justice.
Oh yeah, Edward and a spoon? Like, let's please. It's from the chat. Kainazo, you're not. It's kind of okay being here. We got enough J items to get us through here. I did not see what J Brun.
That was darkness, so you're not fading ordeals today.
Nope. 100%. Well, yeah, 100% required, so.
As long as there's one boss up there, it's required. It's hard required.
Ooh, free boss for this man.
I mean, they only had 3 vampires left. There was very few things that have actually been threatening.
I mean, it was more the Gaia drum can just, like, one-hit it, too, so it was just like, well, that's a thing.
True. Very, very true.
Rybon just pew-pewing this poor Kainazo down, 1,000 damage, just not caring about waves or anything, but that remedy's just going to slow things down a bit.
And then you got to hear the hiding in the shell.
So darkness is, yeah, well, it's only 6 of 8. Technically, it's not hard required. There is a chance for it not to be, but
Right.
It's just 2 objectives you get right there.
Right. It gives you access to 2 objectives, and technically it's not hard required if every single boss is on the blue planet and the magma key is not hiding on the moon.
Which, as we see here, it is not. So that darkness crystal could, in fact, not be required.
We kind of knew underground access had to be through the Baronin or the Wool at this point because of the Twin Harp could not gate underground.
Well, it still could. It could still gate underground. Oh,
Okay.
that's true. It can't.
It
But
couldn't be
the
logical underground because we got it from
Earth
Wyvern.
crystal could, though.
Very good point.
Our starting Earth crystal that the runners were like, we're going to loot. You guys going to go up top? We're going to loot. And then decided to go somewhere else.
I don't blame them.
I mean, yeah, but still, like, Ardian, Charm, Arrow, Sid, kind of nothing really scaring you. But,
And with the aforementioned 60 defense, nothing's punching
yeah.
through that.
Nothing so far.
Yeah, unless it's like Magus Sisters at Valhalla spot, in which case they don't care about that defense.
Let me introduce you to a little thing called Magic Attack that doesn't care. Then again, the Dragoon armor also halves all the magic attacks except for the virus that'll happen. But Sid can only take so much of a beating on his own with no real healer.
Now we're gonna see if there's a real healer on the moon.
I also really love all the divergence that we're getting so far. Like,
Yeah.
we had ordeals happen at the same time as we had Baron happen, and now we've got checking the moon character. Like, there's a lot of information that's kind of been coming at us really, really quickly. Like, we've got 4 different key items, the shop check on the moon. Like, yeah, it's a lot being thrown at us from different areas, and this is what I really like about, getting access to some of these key items so quickly. It's just a whole bunch of, hey, I'll take some exits right now. Leviathan, so Rydia confirmed not in this seed.
Who do we want to see on the lunar altar?
I'd really be okay with Atella, just because there's your healer, and no thank you.
Darkness Tele combo for more deals is because you're not playing the seed.
Oh, absolutely.
And no other mages makes it funny.
That's more what I mean. Like, Tella's gonna be your healer here. Moon Ninja.
Ninjas on the moon, as one does.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is he's going to pair very well with Sid. So between Edge and Sid, your damage is basically fine. And it's a Mute Knife wielder, so you can kind of just honestly take this team, go to the Earth Crystal, and then just go start hunting for your crystal swords in those trap chests.
Might just go hit the trap chest right now, the way Jaren's been playing. I think this is going to be a play immediately over to Evelyn.
So the only reason why I disagree with that is because the amount of XP that you lose out on your other characters, especially this early on, that's a lot of XP. And Sid can kind of take the damage, but you need someone for healing or something else, because I don't think it's going to be an overall benefit for him to just be like the only one living for the XP.
That makes sense.
Like, yeah, we're not doing a hook route, but that might be something we go and do later, because we are on a 6 boss hunt, technically 5, because we have found one of our Mylon. So,
And we got the turtle.
that is true. Yeah, with the amount of boss hunts
you are
we're
correct
looking for.
still, because not only we're hunting the elements, we're also hunting some dolls.
Yeah, with all the boss hunts that are out there, you kind of don't want to skimp on some areas, because you know that like all these bosses here on the way to Ordeals again is a really nice thing to have. You've got all the underground bosses. The moon is going to have a chunk. I'd be very tempted to go to see if anybody does Giant before anywhere else.
You could see one of our runners do that.
I'm all for shenanigans checks, really. Like, let's be honest here. But while we have all our runners kind of doing the back and forth checks, we are 15 minutes in, and they're kind of retracing the same ground. I just want to give another shout out again to our tracker and restreamer, Fiery Blizzard and Asuka, for Fiery for keeping on top of everything here, and Asuka for rolling this kind of interesting seed where our hero Cecil is honestly not even close to that. He's more of a background character, which I'm very okay with.
Cecil is decided he believes in letting others take some of the glory.
Also, a big shout out to the fact we have our 3 restreamed runners today: Rybon, Jbrun, and Cubs Rule. Cubs actually being the one that thought up and put forth this flag set of the Divine Comedy, which has been fairly well received. These have been fun races to watch and entertaining to run, is what I'll say.
They've been fun. Violence at a non-required hook 1 notwithstanding.
Look, I found that. I didn't like the Odin. We're not going to talk about the Odin. But yeah, we have Jbrun. Honestly, yeah, has the edge, takes the characters and says, "No, we're just going to go and do this real quick." So
Is Jbrun going to give us? Yes.
Wow. All right, I'm here for this.
Also, the Black Cat I see when you charm a Black Cat, it starts using Bluster on its allies.
Okay, I want a big shout out to Jbrun for that swag of stealing a Charm Harp, just so we can put it on any character. So this is vanilla behavior, and this is something where you can sneak, like, say, a shield onto anybody. There are some enemies that carry equipment, but if you steal that equipment, anybody can use it in that battle, no matter what, at that moment. So, as we see here, normally it's not allowed to use harps, but we steal the harp. You know what? Okay, we're done here. You steal the harp, and you now have a harp that's equipable by anybody.
That's right. The trick is you need to be in the character's equip menu when you perform the steal action.
Yep. It would have been nice if we had, if it was Yang, as was pointed out by one of our people in chat, Bud Karma, so that we could back row Yang.
Right, because that is, I believe, the only way you can back row is by stealing a Charm Harp.
Yep, absolutely. And a whole bunch of people in chat like asking for a refund. I agree with that. If we had a whistle, I'd say you just summon the Fat Chocobo inside Evelyn and you feed it the Crystal Sword. I don't know anybody who does that just for shenanigans. I just work here.
I'm certain you have a shenanigan like that already.
Look, feed the Fat Chocobo Crystal Sword or Holy Weapons may or may not be something, especially in Evelyn Castle proper, is something that I'm 100% here for.
We are getting some more checks. Rymon going to show us what's underground. J-Run wants to see what's up the tower.
I agree with this because again, you're looking for your crystals. No free, no free is on, so you don't have your free characters. So you're really looking for anything to round out the party. You're looking for a healer, maybe another DPS, maybe just something else. Who knows here? But you've got more than enough damage, more than enough, and here's a free Yang kill. But yeah, all our runners have all done and gotten their darkness crystals now with Cubs here. And yeah, the divergence again. We have Zot, we have underground. Cubs going wherever Cubs is going to go is going to be interesting. I just hope someone gives us Harp.
And maybe we'll have something like, oh, I don't know, Harp with a boss giving us Baron Key with 2 more behind that.
I'm also here for the fact that he could take off the Harp from Sid, but he's just keeping it on anyways.
Sid just wants to be musical.
Office machine. I didn't see the last word.
Mechanic, I believe, was the last word. So maybe someone who works on printers.
Yes, I'd like to speak with IT, please.
That's the guy who comes in and fixes your printer after you go Office Face on it.
Look, I'm not IT. I don't know how printers work. So if you guys could just fix my printer for me, please.
Well, good news, IT doesn't know how they work either. Printers are similar to agility in that they are complete black magic.
Ah, witchcraft. Got it. Hey, look, there's our Vanilla Rosa too. I'm pretty sure I saw.
Other order. Vanilla was keeping
I'll
Yang
take it.
hostage.
Now, are we gonna have Rosa with the Artemis bow? Yep, there it is. We could have it on Sid for him doing damage, but no, Rosa gets to shoot things. I'm kind of okay with this.
Rosa gets to shoot things. Sid gets to fight with the power of rock. You know, it's vanilla.
Something like that. Also, I do like the fact that Rybon charmed the egg so that when Edge hit it to take it out of charm status, it didn't hatch, so we get another free turn.
That's an objective up here, and now we know that it's Ruby at Dwarf 2.
Yeah, so that means that Dwarf and we have Dwarf and Earth Crystal that are going to have some fun times, so yeah. This is a lot of our bosses being seen here. Very interesting.
So once J-Run goes and takes out the... That'll be 4, 5, 6 from Dwarf. You take a few Sirens and Shotgun the Moon on 6 objectives?
Yeah, it's really interesting how quickly some of these are kind of just like popping out, because we have Magma Key and Whale, both those key items right there. It's what we get here is going to be a big tell of where he goes next. Just a Legend Sword. Okay, so Jay Brun kind of knows, like, I guess I got to go somewhere in the overworld.
Cubs going to the moon, going to find a kind of mediocre shop, but an edge as well.
Look, until you go and do that Earth Crystal, those exits are very nice.
Fair point.
Also, I'm going to call that this is going to be D-looters here. No probe.
It's just a Ogopogo.
Also, I know Cecil learns exit, but he doesn't learn it immediately. And they're my exits, and I want them now. This poor guy, Nazo.
Like, why me? Why now?
This is just gonna walk up and Crystal Sword him in the face and he's be like, hey, remember that time when you thought you had HP? Yeah, joke's on you, isn't it?
And then here's my bard.
But your bard's a machinist.
Industrial metal.
Nice. I was gonna make a Final Fantasy XIV reference, but I like that. That's better.
Asuka, Prog Rock, that's another good one.
Also, our trucker Fire Blizzard brings up a good point. The fact that you have all these characters now, and the fact that Rybon went underground before checking, yeah, it's interesting that Jabron's the only one who's got the Crystal Sword at the current moment.
And we'll see Rybon taking on the Ruby that we know is here from seeing the sprite up on Zot.
Hello, Palom. Goodbye, Edward.
For your hubris, Rybon, I sentenced you to finding a spoon right here.
Oh, please, let's find a spoon right here. There's a little Baigan that we knew about that no one wants any part of because, like, well, you're useless here.
Not objective, reset.
More of an annoyance than anything else.
Not objective, and that's gonna be a soggy wall.
Yeah, I mean, again, something you're okay with seeing Evil Wall and Baigan out in some places where you'd rather have. We as restreamers or part of the restream team would love to see him in some rude places, but them being here, it works.
Looks like Cubs is going to give us the first peek at the Fey March.
Also interesting, I didn't know that you can get, with double XP, the slingshot, you get Palom all the way up to Quake after this fight, if he's at base level. Dang.
Yeah, it gives like 20,000 XP, double to 40, and I know a Siren gets him like one level away from base level.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought it was a little bit further away from that.
No, the 34k from Nate gets him real close.
See, this is why we have people like you here, to keep people like me who just know how to meme and talk shenanigans under wraps.
That's not a spoon!
Nah, but it's a hook which could lead into a spoon. Favorite freebie I did not quite catch.
That was a Moon Veil, which very interesting.
Could come in handy.
Yeah, that if there's a pure melee boss at the Masa altar, that makes it free.
Unless you're somebody like myself who has accidentally bounced the Moon Veil off onto a boss, and you're just kind of like, well, we're here now.
Then you start thinking, when did I save last?
Challenge mode. I didn't have anything besides fighters.
Then it's, when did I save last? Because I don't think you're...
Also, Jabron proving that he is rivaling me in Meme Lord and For the Peopleness. Between having a harp on Sid and going and being one of the first runners to check music, I am very much here for this because I do love to know what of the 500 plus scores that between Comlamity and Xenocat have thrown up, because there are some great ones. We got ones for pop culture, we've got game from other games, we've got ones that are just great selection all around. I'm a personal fan of all the Super Mario music that happens whenever I'm on comms.
I don't know, I'm a real fan of the Final Fantasy VI music, the Zelda music.
Our tracker pointing out we don't have the best music, the Poison Stairs. Also, Cubs were going to give us a second look at that. That is Golbez and a Sparkle. We don't care.
I was also waiting to get muted by the restreamer after that.
I mean, she is not above taking violence out upon us in seed form, so...
The question is, what could Oscar do to me from that I don't willingly do to myself?
You don't know until it happens. Then you look and go, "Oh, I didn't want this," and it's like, well, you got it now.
Why did I challenge you?
But as we see here, we are about to get DJ Spoonie D's rockin' tunes. So let's be a little quiet and hear what kind of music Edward wants to play for us tonight. So the really nice thing about finding that boss there is that is one of the few bosses that say, "Hey, by the way, your holy damage, I don't care, so I'm gonna take a little bit longer to let you enjoy some more of the music." Again, as we've seen Sonic Triple music with just an apple, which I mean, an apple a day.
The one bright side for us, seeing that boss there, that's one less boss that the Moonveil can cheese.
This is very true. Also, Rybon having given us the look at the Wool Defense, which is the pan, pan from one of the locations up here.
I think the pan was vanilla, which is
I'm here for it.
That's just rude.
What are you talking about? Vanilla key items are exactly what I'm here for, and I'm super okay with every restreamer flirting with me with vanilla.
Okay, the pan turn was the Sheila one was full moon according to chat, so less rude. That's just fade to wool at your own peril.
Either way, Fabul is not going to be your one single dip that everybody wants. It's going to be the minimum double dip. So, yeah. I'm okay with that.
Rybon, I'll shoot a hovercraft and going to see the evil wall immediately nope out.
Also, it's very interesting the fact that we've had the Magna Key with such easy access to our runners, and we have all of our runners finally, first of all finally lighting them up at 31 minutes, and we have someone finally going underground, having underground access at that 31-minute mark.
Now, wants to see what... I think this was oh wait, I beat up Demas, didn't I? Moment.
Yep, Fiery Blizzard saying, "No idea if I missed J-Bone getting this." Nope, we did not miss it. Nobody missed it. He's picking it up right now and enjoying that crystal.
I'm not showing us this delicious hook rod shop.
Sirens, there you go.
You really need them?
Depends. What was I gonna say? I needed them versus the Odin last week, but here we are.
Oh, my plan on that fight was just go beat up the orbs in the ribbon room, get XP from that.
We're not going to talk about that one either. Anyway, so as we're looking here, nothing else really fancy down here, but we do see Jabron, and again, basically right on Cubs' heel, with the Ogopogo we have here, and then going to be going on the Rubicante fight, or as Cubs is finishing the Ruby fight. So everyone getting that objective squared away. We're still missing actually
Val?
that'll be Jabron getting the full second objective done.
And so we haven't seen Val yet, we haven't seen Calbrena, and we haven't seen Milo and Friends.
Well, there's a Dark Elf and a Foo.
Fu is interesting.
I think I'd take Foo over the Palom just because you want earlier access to Nuke. But aside from
Agreed.
that, like if we were going to Z levels, I would say keep the Palom.
With this party, Palom's never seeing Nuke if you would be fighting Zeromus.
I mean, most likely not, but either way.
I agree with you on the Palom. Rybon chose the Yang. Also a very good choice.
Oh yeah, with having access to Quake on the Kid, you can keep both. Both are, again, is one of those, both are good options. No complaints either way. And again, no choice is a bad choice, especially when it comes to running seeds like this. It just see the choices that we would make versus other runners.
Exactly. Getting rid of Cecil would be a bad choice.
I don't think you know if that... Dave, you can't get rid of Cecil.
Oh, really?
He might be our hero, and you can't get rid of the hero.
Yeah, it's one of the fun things about the C Hero flag. It's essentially perma-joined for the first character. You cannot get rid of them one way or the other, and they'll get experience even if you knock them down, so one way or the other, that character is getting some XP.
Also, not even Permadeath can get rid of the hero. I've tried.
Wait, really?
Sometimes you have a tele-hero and you just want him gone.
I did not know permadeath didn't work on your hero. That's kind of entertaining.
And Firepoint, I did be that or you game over, and we're not doing game over on hero death. This is Final Fantasy, not Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei, any other games that do that. We don't talk about the one Final Fantasy that actually did that.
Also, I love the comments from chat. Permadeath can't beat plot armor. No, you're right. That's very fair. And heroes can never die. Look, I didn't know we had a Mercy on our side. Bahamut says we're going somewhere absolutely anywhere else to find us some bosses. So yeah, look at all these gating key items we still don't have.
May I recommend the Moon? There are 6 bosses up there.
And 6 key item locations. Hey, alternatively, how about that Feymarch?
That Feymarch would honestly... That Golbez would be much, much nicer. One spot to the right.
Kind of disagree, actually, because that's the nice spot for him without any physical attack. You want Golbez in that spot.
Well, that depends. The left spot's safer for you. The right spot, he just implodes himself.
Yeah, but I'd rather not have anything that could punch in that location if I could throw Golbez there.
That's fair. Maybe it's Plague.
I mean, yeah, it's an up and down kind of thing right there, or sorry, a back and forth sort of option. Like you can either go up and go have that Golbez there, or anything else just to deal with. And you know, both are good choices. But Rybon's deciding, I've done enough here. We're gonna do this. Whereas the dwarves are offering only the finest of wines with Bacchus, and you're okay with that with a Cecil who's like burr.
And let's be perfectly honest here. If I'm going to get alcohol from anyone, it's going to be the dwarves.
Oh, absolutely, because you're going to be going to the max level with those wines from the dwarves.
Is that one thing every fantasy setting has taught me? Dwarves know their alcohol.
Absolutely, and Rybon using the Hourglass is going to be taking those King Ryus down to the stop position so that he can get a lot of XP here. Now, this is, again, because he doesn't have the 10 key items, this is the technical best XP per time invested, especially with the amount of damage being going in. Honestly, Berserking Cecil would kind of be a little bit better here if you're talking about small optimizations, but you're going to be getting more than enough here, and even doesn't kill the snakes at the same time to get more XP.
Yeah, good timing. Had done a little bit of extra damage to the front one to be able to get that life glitch. Oh, no one wants to play with the Fey March.
No, I don't want any of that. Oh yeah, and a good point. The only person who does in fact have that burr is Jbrun, where Cubs is going to give us the music. No one else has gone and checked the chests in Eblin, which is really interesting.
That is an interesting choice of sail, Jbrun.
I missed it. What did he sell?
The Moonveil.
I mean, the only real punchy boss left is Pale Dim, and you just don't care. I mean, maybe the Dark Elf somewhere, or sorry, not the Dark Elves, the Dark Imps.
True. And while Rybon's taking on getting 90,000 XP per fight, gonna get the kid up to tier 3 elementals at the very least. I don't know if we're gonna see Rybon go all the way to Nuke. It also might just be play for XP on Cecil and Edge, get a little more melee power out of them.
Yeah, probably a smart idea, just to get them up to a little bit more HP. Like Cecil, once he hits around the 2,000 mark, there's really not a boss that kind of sits in his way. Yeah, I figured as much.
A little more firepower, a little more safety.
And again, it's just interesting that we're not getting... So, the C doesn't need to be fully refunded because only one person has gone for the Crystal Sword. We're about to watch Jbrun kind of tear apart some of these bosses. And I'm kind of curious to see who is going to be sitting here in Cave Bahamut, because I don't think Rybon checked.
No, Rybon went straight down the moon. Rybon is a big proponent of do your objectives. I think he's going straight to the Masa Altar.
Speaking of Masa Altar, we're going to get a second readout while we have a Mylon and Friends.
That's go mode for Jbrun, because that's going to be 7 plus this.
Oh, baby.
And Rybon showing us that if you just go straight down to the Masa Altar, you can finish the seed right now.
I want it noted that our tracker Fiery Blizzard said Dolls at Masa would make this interesting for Rybon too. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone therefore we've got ourselves a race.
Now, I believe this will put Rybon at 6 or 7 now. Rybon having not done the elements on Zot.
This will be full 5, and then we got Magma Key Whale. Then we have both Mylons and Rubicante and Kainazo. So that's your 6.
That should be 5. That should be 7 total. We have, unless I'm miscounting.
Oh right, 8 for the win. And see, the nice thing is that, yeah, you've got the Earth Crystal, just honestly... Oh, and again, this is Rybon we're talking about here, so...
Yeah, now the question is going to be, where does Rybon go, and where is Valvalis?
Yeah, this is very much an interesting, where do you go from here, and how are you going to go for the rest of the seed? Because you've got four of them, like, with the other Mylon... If this is Valvalis here, like, this is just a moon that just doesn't quit. Yeah, I kind of agree with Rybon. Let's get into face check mode.
Yeah, you need one more. You're just face checking everything.
Else next door. Fiery, calm down. Look, we're both wrong. It's all good, because we don't want that much HP worth of a Val. Also, Cub's doing the thing where we're getting the Earth Crystal check, and yeah, this is really good play by him, as we know that this is going to pay off with an Elements.
Rybon going to show us Crystal Sword next. You committed to the bottom, going to continue with that play.
Okay, I want to point out that apparently our tracker is choosing a level of violence tonight. Okay, look, Fire Blizzard, who hurt you? Nobody wants to see 65,000 HP of Val.
Also, no one will see that, because I don't see a reason you go to the Giant.
Hey, you can nuke Val there at least.
Very good point. Hey, there's backup Moonveil for the one that got sold.
Yeah, and Jabron also being one of the ones that has both the Mylons defeated, so that's objective 3 lit up for them. So that is six of the objectives required. So yeah, we go right on down, and we got ourselves a wonderful race already done.
Yeah, this is gonna be close. The big help for Rybon here is having access to better AoE. Means the Mylon Friends is going to be a much quicker fight.
True. However, we do just have the hourglasses where we just don't care, so Berserk can kind of just let things go on Jabron's side.
And I believe Jabron does have access to Quake on the kid.
True. Also, we have now seen all the fights here. Val is officially not on the moon. But Rybon is going to go find that other side of the Mylon. So is going to be all tied up with objectives here with Jabron. Fire was thinking Jabron looking as Mira Alter. No, looks like he's also just face checking for a boss, because he only needs the one extra objective now. Remember, he does have objective 1 of that Kainazo.
Right, so Jabron only needs one more objective.
Yeah, but if you're gonna just go there, it's like, top down, first thing you check, and Mira Alter is faster than checking down to Masa. Yeah, he loses a little time, but this is one of those like, I could go right to my objective, or I could check on my way down.
Wait, I lost count. Is this number... Rybon did Dwarf?
Sorry?
Rybon did Dwarf, right? Yeah, Firebird's point, this is number 8 for Rybon, okay. So, as soon as Mylon fades away, this will be the game for Rybon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really honestly wondering if we're going to see the dolls go down first, or if we're going to see this Mylon go, because that's a chunk of HP to get through without a holy sword, or just by going through with these plinking of arrows. Yeah, Mylon's probably going to go down first, especially with the long walk.
Yeah, Jabron still has another floor of the LC to walk, and Rybon is still throwing nukes out.
And here come the wines.
Cub's getting us Cub's heading down to Sylph to check up on Yang.
Also, again, yeah, big shoutouts to our to the people who are working behind the stream. Fire Blizzard keeping us clean and also throwing out some fun things. And Oscar rolling this. See that apparently we gotta go real dang fast, as well as just some fun shenanigans. Like, well, how about if you go get your boss here? Nope, both things are here. And as well to Engide for keeping me company and having some good times as we just kind of just relax and vibe here on a Monday evening.
A good way to end your Monday.
Oh, absolutely.
And great doing, Sweet Dathis. And we see Oh My Body. Very nice hitting the script. Skip. Very nice hitting the script there.
That's 8 objectives completed. That's Rybon done. First place finish. Official time 49 minutes and 1 second, I believe that time was. GG's to them, and we'll see if we can't get Rybon in for an interview. And we have J-Brun, we know, not too far behind, which is very interesting there.
I believe the back dolls are stopped.
They are, especially with that Hourglass 3s, to make sure they're not going anywhere.
So we should see J-Brun out of this fight. If Cecil's zerked up, it should be... Oh! That's an angry big doll.
They were not all stopped, so not all the stops were pulled out, so we have a big doll. It's been a while since I think we've seen a big doll on screen.
I think the big doll transformation may have been queued before the Hourglass came out.
Yeah, unfortunate.
We're joined by Rybon. GG's, Rybon.
Hi, yeah, thank you. It's a very interesting scene tonight.
We're joined by Rybon. Let's take us through the start of this. You pretty much ran as quickly as efficiently as you have been for a while.
Well, we really got bailed out early on by that starting Earth Crystal, which led to just about everything you needed to get Sid online. So Sid, normally, people don't really think he's the best character out there, but he really does work early on, especially if you can throw like some charm arrows and arty bow on him, and maybe a little bit of defensive or offensive gear like a bot bandana or something like that. So early game, no problem at all. Lucked out a little bit going up to Moon a little early, finding that edge, which ended up being quite useful, especially in Dwarf Castle. And everything kept on falling into place for the most part. Cecil, Sea Hero, without having to kill Z, is pretty much a non-factor in most of these seeds, I think. Because I just don't think we have enough time to go do trap chests or anything like that to find him a shiny sword that's going to make him, usable. And by the time he gets online, the seed's pretty much over anyway, as it was today.
So, interesting thing, there actually was a shiny sword in the first craft chest you would have found in Evelyn. Crystal Sword was waiting for you with the Black Cat and Lamia chest.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if it... Like, normally when I play this flag set with Owen game and, you could be done before even going to the moon, I just don't know if it's worth the time because, yeah, T Wildish, you're probably going to find something, and, well, whoever found it, GG to them. I'm sure it made a lot of the seed a lot easier for them, I'm sure, or at least a lot more simple.
It certainly did.
Yeah, one of my worries was heading up to the moon, finding a Val up there in a difficult location. I'm like, well, sure wish I had a shiny sword, but I guess I'll just be plinking through this with Artie, Bow, Sid, and, Full Moon, Mute Dagger, Edge, which, not the best combo.
It certainly got you there.
Yeah, took it across the finish line at the very least. Did anyone happen to find Val or Elements? I'm wondering if maybe they were at Twin Harp or they were at Zot.
Elements were at Zot too.
Okay, I kept on wondering, am I wasting time? Should I go do that? 2 character checks? I don't really need the character checks. That's pretty long, though, for 2 boss checks, but paid off tonight, apparently.
Val is in parts unknown. Could be in Baron, could be on the Giant.
Twin Harp only had an Ogopogo.
Oh. Wait, I thought Ogopogo was that Dwarf 1.
I mean,
No.
Octomom.
Yeah, Alchemam.
Oh.
I
The
said
other-
O, so
Yeah, the other watery boss.
the other O boss.
The other
Okay.
watery boss. You beat up Kanaso too.
The other moist boss. And it looked like
Oh, hey.
All Gauntlet was down at Odin Throne, so glad we didn't have to fight that.
With a spoon, no doubt.
Yeah, you weren't fighting Spoonward.
And with Spoon Flag off, it's just a dart, really.
Sad bard noises. But yeah, these flags, is tonight your first run through these, or did you run it last week as well?
I shadow run one last week, but I didn't actually enter the community race. Still, though, yeah, second time around playing these flags. Good flag set by Cubs. Kind of reminds me a lot. It seems pretty inspired by Red Moon, Blue Moon with the significant amount of boss hunts. So a lot more lenient with having to do 8 out of 10 and really only 7 boss hunts. Really the last 3, Masamune Altar, Raise the Big Whale, Magna Key, pretty free, I think, for the most part. So great flag set, and looking forward to seeing what else happens on Friday when I think it's run for the final time before we rotate to another community flag set race.
All right, and yeah, we're excited to see if you tag along for that one again, or if we just kind of see how the race goes on Friday. Because again, these flags, as we said, a lot of diversity. Generally interesting to see which of the 6 we find first of the 8. But yeah, very, very well run, and very nice to see you show off some of those fantastic skills you've got.
I did want to ask you one more thing, right? How relieved were you to see the mop on the hook route?
I mean, I had a couple Cure 3s, I think, from our starting better kit, so I didn't really need the healing, but he'd still appreciate it nonetheless. Martin, the old man, always happy to have him in my party. And the nuke ended up coming in handy up on the moon. One for, the minor grind I did with the gold dragons, and also just speedy up a bunch of stuff to include the Mylon in the Bahamut Cave, which otherwise would have been a whole lot of lit ones cast. And a second Quake that we do on Calbrena. But hey, I am taking enough of your time. Thank you all 4 of you, Asuka, Dacith, NG Dave, and Fiery Blizzard for putting on this restream. I'm gonna step aside, and I think J-Run is ready to talk. So see y'all later.
Well, thank you very much. Jabron is in fact going to decline his interview, but thank you very much for letting us interview you.
Oh, bummer. What? Okay, cool. Thanks. Y'all have a good night.
Have
You
a
as
good one.
well. Again, first place finisher Rybon, 49 minutes, 1 second, with Jabron finishing at second place, 52 minutes, 30 seconds. As mentioned, he did decline an interview. Interviews aren't always required. I know that every once in a while I say no, but again, it depends on what we're doing. We just appreciate the fact that Jabron and Rybon both allowed us to show off their wonderful skills tonight.
And yeah, great run by both of them.
Absolutely, and it looks like Cub's going down here to do the Luca, chasing a Luca key to get a tower key. It looks like after that.
Yep, Tower
That's
Key
the-
and some Dark Imps.
Dark Imp's not the boss you want to find. Kind of hope. I don't remember we saw anything else from these key items, but yeah, as mentioned by talking about the Charm Steel was in fact the
Yes.
highlight of tonight, being entertaining.
Oh, you love to see stuff like that.
Yeah, and we have the old man going to be warping his way out of the cave eventually because it is faster than walking through majority of the pathways.
And some of these pathways kind of long. Far worse to walk through when you're at normal walking speed and have random encounters to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. And again, because this is one of those spots that has a cutscene at the end, so we can't exit fully out, so we have no choice but to warp out or to walk out.
And something happens here right when you hit the exit.
I don't know. I don't remember anything happening in this cave. Just some dudes, some guys. They all hang out and they talk. That's all I remember.
And some guys hang out. The doors come to life. The walls come to life. It's a creepy cave if you think about it.
It's less about spoiling the game, more about people not talking about, my favorite character.
I just wanted to point out how creepy a cave is, where like the doors and walls all choose to attack you.
I mean, yeah, but it's interesting when you see the XP you can get from those doors.
Yeah, what do they get? 30k a piece or so?
Just less than an egg. I think it's like 30. I want to say it's like 32,000. Yeah, it's less than what an egg will give you. But if you're on your way down there, anyways, a jank door grind may be one of my favorite grinds to do.
And I've done them already.
Look, I'm a big fan of doing doors when you absolutely have no reason to do door to grinds, or if you just want to, flex that a little bit more.
I'm less a fan of the unintended door grind, which is mystery seed and oops, you keep doors hit.
Ah, yes, I love keeping counters where it's like, I don't want to fight this, but instead you have to. Well, hey, look, here's a free boss up with a lot of HP, comparatively. King Queen Evelyn, where Dr. Luggage normally is. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's... What do you think? Do we let the cutscene play out, or do we just explode them?
Yeah, the amount of HP they have, and with as fast as Cecil is for an anchor, I agree. Just like letting this play out, it's going to be faster.
Oh, fiery choosing some violence here with the Jimmy, Jimmy, and Jimmy grind. The old triple red dragon fight.
I mean, I'm here for grinding on the dragons and getting a whole bunch of XP. I don't know anybody who's rolled required dragons to give you a whole bunch of XP and any seeds whatsoever. May or may not be our restreamer. May or may not also be somebody who's in chat who is a wizard of art developedness.
Skull, I would answer that question, but I don't think it's restream appropriate.
Why do the dragons keep increasing? Something bards in Dungeons & Dragons.
I believe that's how you get half dragons.
Which are still technically dragons. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. A load-in. Not what you're looking for.
Very, very true, Possum. I forgot about the half dragon, half donkeys from Shrek.
Yeah, I kind of hope that with this section of events kind of not giving anything to Cubs, that does push him more towards going to the moon, because that's where 3 of our 10 objectives, meaning we have, no real choice but to go to the moon at some point.
That is correct. And we don't know.
4, actually.
It could be 65k of Val.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very entertained if he decides he wants to go to the Giant and finds that 65k of Val.
And the real flex at that point is just to fight it.
Yeah, and I mean, we do know that Cubs is one to try and out meme people, so we could see that happen. Meanwhile, we do have Dubward finishing in third place at a time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 24 seconds. GG's to them. This seed, if you weren't prepared for it, honestly was a lot more difficult than what you're kind of expecting. Also, yeah, Cubs is going to go chase that rat tail real quick because you're here now. You've got to go and do it.
Oh, Cubs is a Baron key.
This is a bold call, Cotton.
We know it's Antlion gave a starting key item, and there's a blue robe of some sort in the basement.
That is true. We do not know what the actual Baron Throne boss was, as far as I'm aware. Hello, chat, reliving the glory days of the tournament that just happened with the restreamers and the meme war that happened.
Yeah, you were a heavy participant in that meme war, weren't you?
I did do a couple ones here and there, yes. Asuka, our restreamer for tonight, also refused to give anybody up when it came to that meme war. And she did not let anybody down.
I do remember one of our other restreamers, Harumph, made everyone try to avoid the whammies.
Yes, and Asuka did in fact have the best. Honestly, I still stay with the best meme of the tournament, with the fact that that entire background recreated from scratch for ZZ3. When I saw it, I'm just like, no, it's not allowed. That's not a thing.
That you might be going too far. Has to be where you've gone too far.
Did go a little too far, but in all honesty, also not far enough to be completely honest. Oh, Cubs, don't do it, man. Don't go down there.
No, we know it's down there. It's back. Go back. Actually, we don't know it's down there. We know it might be down there.
That is true. It is a blue robe of some kind. It could just be Water Hag, but I'm going to take bets that this is in fact going to be the Alt Gauntlet, and we're going to be here for a while. Oh, thank goodness.
Well, that's because the Gauntlet's waiting on the throne. As Fire Blizzard pointed out, same hack, Blizzard.
Also, while we have Water Hag and Anna talking about how we need to all believe in ourselves, Plumeria Knight finishing in 4th place with a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. GG's to them. And by the way, for those of you watching, if you want to get in on flags like this, don't be afraid to join our Discord. We have flags that range from something as kind of complicated and high key as this, to as easy as you want it to be with power overwhelming, to do you want your characters to leave your party if they die? Trust me, we have that, and everything in between. We have clubs for anything you'd be interested in. If you want to have a little 2v2 action, if you want to run with a partner, if you want to have access to what we have, the spoiler log that tells you where everything is, or if you're a new runner and you want to learn, we have the Pink Puff League too. There's so much and so many different ways that you can run Free Enterprise, and there are so many ways to help get people involved in this community now. It's fantastic. Well, we ain't fighting that, Chief.
Senator Crocodile's re-election campaign continues unabated.
There is no key item behind there that makes Cubs want to go and do that, and I respect that. Also, yes, Val is 100% on Giant or behind the package.
Yeah,
and
okay,
I
forgot the package.
on the Giant. About that 65k HP worth of Giant. Of Val.
Ew.
Pick your poison, 65k HP Val or Val that'll one-shot you with a punch.
I'd rather deal with the Val one shot me with a punch.
Yeah, at least you can blink that.
Yeah, you can't blink away the emotional damage from having to sit through 65k of Val.
Please, we're all here for the emotional damage. That's why we're here for this restream. No,
That's very
there's
true.
there's a whole bunch of. Why do you think I gave the moon veils? You know what? No, Oscar's got a really good point. All these moon veils.
Yeah, actually, that's very true.
It was actually to deal with this Mylon spot for whenever he gets to the part in the script when he punches.
Oh, you're right. So what you do is you focus fire Mylon first. So the ghouls start punching, and then you move all those punches.
See exactly how we're supposed to do this entire fight. Oscar just gave us the keys right away. And that's how we think outside of the box, and no. I'm sticking a couple of gold dragons here because, you know, why not get a little bit more XP on your characters? Because if you're gonna fight some bosses, just do it with all the HP you got. Also, kind of want to go and ask one of our runners if they can go and check the giant and see if Val's hiding there.
Yeah, because no one's got the package, so we can't confirm. We cannot 100% confirm it's on Val's on a Giant. Only 67% confirm.
And 60% of the time, it works every time.
Exactly.
Alright, gentlemen are getting their drinks. We have Berserks going off casting, and we have a Cecil who's gonna just be attacking with an ice bread.
Wait, I didn't know it was time for drinks.
It's after 5 o'clock. Always time for drinks.
Point taken.
Wait, so if it's Ice Brand Cecil with all these drinks, does that mean that he's going to be chilling everything?
He is. It's ice. Is this like... Are Cecil's drinks on the rocks?
Oscar, please.
That took me way longer than I should have to figure out.
It took me no time at all, and I'm kind of just, you know what? Adding to the list of memes that just accidentally happen when I misspeak.
Wait, Cecil's putting everyone on ice, so our Paladin's being played by Mr. Freeze today?
Hi,
Ideally, the
everyone.
Arnie version.
Wait, what?
Wasn't Mr. Freeze played by Arnie?
Oh, yeah, and I think he did a fantastic job, to be completely honest.
I don't know if we're going to this road. The Film Friends Club is that away.
Oscar, please. Stop. But yeah, we have, again, a nice easy fight here going on. Mylon really not threatening. There's the Oh My Body. That is yet another objective done. And that is both Mylons defeated here for Cubs. I'm going to get him objective 3 knocked out.
So now Cubs knows The only thing left is go to the Giant and beat up Valvalis.
I mean, that's exactly where I would go, except for that Masamune altar that has 2 objectives.
Those are your 2 fades. Go beat Val.
No, I agree. Question from our restreamer: is he gonna go top down? I think he's gonna go right on down to the fight that he's got to do, as opposed to going all the way back up to top down.
Fiery, I'm feeling nice. 65k Val.
Why do you want either of these things?
I really don't want to deal with elements at or CPU elements. That's one of the worst fights you can find there.
Also, to be fair, it could be one of those or CPU could be Sir Boss not appearing in this seed. Remember?
Very good point.
As far as I'm aware, it's got to be Plague, D-Lunars, or CPU are the bosses not appearing in this seed. Because there is still one Sparkle that we have not seen at the Fey
Right.
March.
Well, that means there's one other boss we're missing next week. There's 3 we haven't. Oh, you're right.
Exactly. Because Val's going to be one of our last remaining bosses in 3 locations.
And there's 3 we haven't seen. There's Mystery Sparkle. There's Hackett, and there's one other.
Yep. So we have Mystery Sparkle, which is going to be one of the bosses, which is either going to be Plague or D-Lunars. Because we've seen Ogo, we've seen Pale Dim, and we've seen Wyvern. Meaning we have either Plague, who is Asuka's favorite boss that we wouldn't see away, or we've got D-Lunars, who everyone loves to see the split HP boss at a very low HP spot. Then there's also CPU. And yeah, so those 3 bosses in the other locations.
Did we see Bahamut at all?
Bahamut was at King Queen Evelyn.
Ah. So it was a blink and I missed it.
And looking to see what bosses we haven't seen. Because we've seen we haven't seen, because we have seen Baron and Kaipo guards. Leviathan, that's another boss that's missing. Thank you, Fiery.
I thought the count was off by 1.
Yeah, I'm missing 1 boss. That's why I was trying to go down the list and who have we not seen? Well, Cub's going the middle out approach and going to see what we got here as opposed to going right down to Masa Altar to get that last boss required.
Yeah. Sees a trio of sisters, says nope.
Yeah, so between Levi, D-Lunars, the Plague, and I can't remember the boss now. But yeah, and CPU. We have those 4 bosses out in the wild in 3 spots.
You call that boss Levi, so I'm thinking this is a no pants seed. Levi's the one missing.
I mean, pants are overrated. I'm a big fan of shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Exactly.
Cub's getting the good news that, hey, here's 2 of your objectives.
Swag, rocks, swag, yes!
Yes, and this is how you end a scene.
And, to be perfectly honest, it's the best way to deal with this fight.
Oh, absolutely.
This is not just a meme, this is actually the fastest way to deal with it.
Actually, an Hourglass and Zerkers would be probably just about as quick, but yeah, this is just kind of I'm done here.
With the weapons Cub has, probably still faster, just drop rocks.
Probably, but yeah. And here goes the rocks. We're about to see Cub's finish come in, but yeah, swag rocks. Here's your quad 9s. Get out. There's the finish. And all 8 of the 9, or 9 of the 10 objectives completed. Cubs finishing at 1 hour, 17 minutes, 29 seconds. GG's to them. Very well done race.
And we'll see if Cubs wants to join us. It does appear Cubs has declined an interview.
Yeah, and again, after the way the seed goes, 100% respect. As we've said here, people can take interviews if they so choose. We appreciate them one way or the other. As we said with J Brown, we just love the fact that they got to show off different parts, and with Cubs showing us off swag rocks, 100% a wonderful thing. We didn't get to see it from anybody else, so glad that Cubs, the designer of these flag sets, showed that off to us.
That's a fantastic job from them. And one more time, I'd like to thank everyone who was here with us. Rybon, J-Ron TR, and Cubs rolled, showing off their skills for us. Osco, who rolled this wonderful seed. Fiery Blizzard, pushing all the buttons. And having to keep track of 2 objectives per button, which I can attest is somewhat annoying. And you, Justice, thank you for keeping this lots of fun.
Oh, and to you too, Dave. Absolutely a pleasure. So for those of you, make sure that you stay tuned to the Free Enterprise Discord and channels in general. On Thursday, we're going to have right back here at 8 o'clock, same-ish time, or an hour previous from now. We are going to have our Pink Puff League inaugural restream. Again, for some of our newer runners, and just a fantastic club that we have run by, in fact, Oscar424, who is our restreamer tonight. So make sure you go and check that out. And if you think that tonight's restream is over, in fact, it is. But we are going to be going and raiding Dr. Cossack, who's running a mystery seed. So feel free to come on back anytime you all choose. You guys have yourselves a wonderful evening. And again, for the rest of our restream team here, for Fiery Blizzard, our tracker, Oscar, our restreamer, and myself, Dathis, I'll let Eggy Dave say good night for himself. You guys have yourselves a wonderful evening.
Yeah, have a great time. Don't spoil the race for Dr. Cossack, and enjoy your stream.